you should never, never, never restrict the TikTok algorithm. Sorry, I just bugged right there. But yes, you should never restrict the TikTok algorithm. And I'm going to tell you why today. But if you're reading at the same time that I'm speaking, you're probably noticing when to restrict the TikTok algorithm. Well, guys, you need to understand that at the end of the day, in dropshipping, there's always exceptions. And you need to know those exceptions in order to become a good dropshipper. So that's what we are going to speak about today. When to not restrict and when to restrict. When is the right time to do one of those actions? Most of the time in your dropshipping career, you will not restrict. But sometimes when you have a winning product, you will restrict. And I'm going to tell you more about it so you can, not be in a vague situation. You'll understand more when I'm going to speak about those things in a few seconds. But before I start speaking about that, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, guys. We have reached 5,000 followers. I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now. I cannot even contain myself. Me and my brother have reached 5,000 subscribers. My high school that I, used to that I graduated, let's say it like that. I graduated from a high school that had 3,000 people. And when I saw that high school, I was like, damn, 3,000 people is a lot of people. If you put 3,000 people outside, it's a lot of people. And now we have reached 5,000, almost double of my high school. I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy. And I just want to say thank you. And I can promise you that me and my brother, we're going to provide the utmost information, all the information about dropshipping. We're going to do whatever it takes to provide information for you guys. We're making those videos. We're making those videos for you guys to build a community, to build something big. We're showing you by posting 3 videos a day that you guys can do it too. Is if us, we are dropshippers. We work in our dropshipping businesses. We enjoy our life and we make also 3 videos a day, then what do you have that you're complaining? How your life is so complicated? Like what is your excuse? We have dropshipping businesses and also other businesses on the side, and we make 3 videos every single day, and we are able to enjoy our life. So we don't have excuses. We just do it. You know what? It's even funny because actually we do have excuses, but for work, we make excuses to work more. Oh, no, 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 that's it. Not today, not today. I have something that I need to do for work. We make excuses to work, but not excuses to not work. And that's the mindset that you need to have. So let's start diving in because we have a lot of talk about. But thank you for the 5,000 subscribers. Like, love you all. Okay, so never restrict your TikTok algorithm. Why not restrict the TikTok algorithm to target better clients? Well, the first thing that you need to understand is this right here, is uncertainty of client identity. You never truly know your client, who your client is upfront. Well, what you need to understand is you don't know who your client is. I don't know who my client is. We're testing so many products, and we suppose that we know our clients. We don't know before we have enough purchases that the algorithm tells us this is your audience. This is the people that buy from you. This is literally the audience that you need to target. But before having purchases and letting the algorithm tell you who is your audience, you don't know. You don't know how many times me and my brother, we tested some product and we're like, oh, we thought this was for men, but it's for women. Or we thought this was for 25 years old and up, and it's for 18 years old and between 18 to 25. You don't know how many times we were wrong about a product, but we never narrow down when we test. So actually, we're never wrong because we let the algorithm tell us who's our audience. So why not restrict the algorithm? So let's look at the other one right here. So why not restrict the TikTok algorithm to target better audience? Okay, so now, so yeah, sorry, I was reading. I got lost a little bit. Sorry, guys. Okay, so efficient spending. So you don't want to restrict the TikTok algorithm because TikTok knows where to allocate your advertising budget effectively. If something doesn't yield the results, it adjusts spending accordingly. So the algorithm is going to spend money and money everywhere. But the algorithm know if it's not working after a few dollars here, a few dollars there, it's going to spend the remaining amount of the money, the majority of the money actually, towards the thing that works. So you don't need to worry. The algorithm will do the work for you. So you don't need to restrict anything. The algorithm is a powerful, like powerhouse of data that knows where to find your clients. Keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. This is the key. This is the key. So now the benefits of not restricting the TikTok algorithm. Let me tell you. Okay. TikTok precisely identify your audience. Like I said, it tells who your audience is. You don't need, like, you don't need to find your audience. TikTok will tell you who's your audience. Keep that in mind. TikTok is going to tell you who is your audience. So, like, you don't need to know who's your audience before you start getting purchases and scaling. You don't need. Let TikTok tell you who's your audience is. And on here, revitalizing a product. It can rejuvenate interest in product that seem stagnant by exploring new revenue. What the hell does this mean? Pretty simple. If you don't restrict the algorithm and you have a product that is dying, normally when I'm scaling, I restrict the algorithm and I don't restrict. So I do both. Why? Because sometimes when the product is dying, by not restricting, then it will find new ways to find new clients that maybe are not 100% correlated with the perfect audience and go from being a little bit profitable to highly profitable. So if you don't restrict when you're scaling, it will be beneficial. But when to restrict? Like now we're going to speak about when to restrict because there's a moment that you need to restrict. And that's what I want to speak about. So when to restrict. Oh, sorry guys. So, okay. Okay, so when to restrict. Now I'm going to share with you all this right here. So certainty in audience identification. When TikTok has generated substantial purchases over 50, indicating a clear audience. So like I said, when you have enough purchases, what's enough? 50 and over. When you have 50 and over purchases, then TikTok is going to tell you, okay, this is your audience. This is who you should advertise to. That's going to help you because now you're not going to spend money on those little places that are not worth it. But you need 50 purchases. If you don't have 50 purchases at least, then you're guessing. And there's nothing more wrong than guessing inside of a business. You should be certain. If you're not certain, don't do it. So be certain. And the other thing, it lowers your cost per acquisition, your CPA. So by not like literally narrowing down and restricting the algorithm by ages, by gender, by countries, you will get a lower CPA, cost per action. So it will cost you less to acquire a client. Keep that in mind, guys. It will cost you less to acquire a client. But now, at the end of the day, when should you restrict and when should you not restrict? Well, let's start with when should you not restrict. So you should never restrict when you're testing. When you're testing, never restrict because you don't know your audience. You need TikTok to tell you who your audience is. You want to start restricting when you have enough purchases. And what is enough purchases? If 50 purchases and over. When you have enough purchases, 50 and over, you can start restricting. But again, not 100% all your ads or all your campaigns. Why? Because sometimes when your product is dying, maybe TikTok will find a new audience. And it happens to me multiple times that, oh, an audience were really profitable. I milked everything out of that audience. And now they started, because I didn't restrict certain well, not interest, but certain ad groups, and I didn't restrict, certain campaigns, then it started going towards maybe other countries now. So I was mainly in the United States, but now it's going crazy in New Zealand. So restrict, but not restrict 100% of the time. Restrict 100% of the time, like never restrict when you're starting your product, when you're starting to test your product, but restrict, but not 100% of the time when you're scaling your product. Keep that in mind. I know it's a bit confusing, but at the end of the day, hope you did understand everything that I said. Guys, wish you all an amazing rest of your day. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment and subscribe. If you have any question about it, please comment down below. I will tell you what you need to know about this right here. And I'm telling you, this is a big thing. This is the big thing. Doesn't seem like a big thing, but it is. So wish you all an amazing rest of your day. Take care. See you on the next video. And peace out.